Hi guys, this is Varney here, and today we're going to speak about using alchemy for a relationship transformation, healing yourself and others. And by the end of this video, you will know about transmuting negative emotions, practice self-reflection, find the gold within, and let go of attachments. If this really resonates with you, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help the cause. And if this really does resonate, on a deeper level, that you really want to use alchemy to expand your life, expand your consciousness, and really let go of those limitations you've had all your bloody life. You've had them all the time, but you're abundant, and it doesn't allow your abundant self to come through. I show you step-by-step instructions over a 12-week period that you can really, where I take an intimate group of souls into their alchemical selves, turning their limitations, their lead, into the creative abundant self, where their manifestations come at a real powerful level into gold. So without further ado, let's go. So why is it that how can alchemy be used for relationship transformation and heal yourself? Because you've got to have that relationship with yourself first and foremost, that is actually a lovely relationship before you have that relationship with others. Because in alchemy, transmutation is the process of transforming, as I say, one substance from another. So you can transform negative emotions such as anger, jealousy, resentment into positive emotions like love, compassion, and forgiveness. Practicing observing your emotions and trying to transmute the negative ones into positive ones, because transmuting negative emotions is a key practice in alchemy and can help you transform your relationships with yourself and others. It involves taking those negative emotions such as anger, fear, jealousy, lack, because that's another one, and putting them into emotions like love, the compassion, the forgiveness. What it actually does is it raises your energy up. And when I put people through the Spiritual Alchemist program, and what I found was a byproduct from it was everybody's relationships, not only with themselves, but relationships with people who they had adversity with, became such loving relationships. Even with very adverse, with parents and the nemesis and what have you, would come to them and apologize, and it was outstanding when the changes are going into the self, how those changes then come out to other people, and that change reflects back to you. So how can you practice the transmutation? How can you recognize, first of all, you need to recognize negative emotions, because sometimes those negative emotions are just, they're so unconscious, you don't even realize they're there. Awareness is key. And the first step is to recognize when you're experiencing negative emotions. Pay attention to physical sensations in your body. If you feel tension, tightness, discomfort, notice the thoughts and the stories that are feeling. Just stop for a minute, doing what you do when you feel that tension and tightness, and just ask yourself, wow, where's that coming from? Why is it feeling those? And because your body will always tell you. First I always do is breathe and relax. So I just take a few deep breaths and just relax my body, so I'm releasing all that tension or tightness that I'm holding on to. And as I say, I'll look at my thoughts and I'll reframe them, those thoughts. Because once you relax and you try to reframe your thoughts around a situation that's causing negative emotions. So, for example, if you're feeling angry towards someone, try and see the situation from their perspective. Sometimes what I do, if I'm really angry, this is what I do. If I'm really angry, again, I'll just breathe and relax, and I'll bring symbolism in. And usually it's a triangle of light, a huge triangle of light. And I'll stand in that triangle, or I'll put the person I'm angry with in the triangle. you know, and then I'll bring that light up and down the body, and I'll put myself up above that light and say, what is it that, you know, what perspective, where are they coming from? You know, and ask yourself what could be causing them to behave in this way. Reframe the thoughts in a way that allows you to see the situation in a more positive light. And I tell you, the anger goes, it changes, you know, it really does. It's just like love and hate. It's a very fine line, it really is. Practice gratitude, shift your focus to the positive aspect of the situation or the person. Because when you see it from a different perspective, what actually happens is you see the lessons that you're learning or the person's positive qualities. You become more compassionate. You know, you really feel when, especially when you step into the heart space. And then you start to express positive emotions. It doesn't get to you the same, you know, expressing those positive emotions that you've cultivated, where you're feeling love and compassion towards someone. Let them know. If you're forgiving someone, express your forgiveness, you know. Sometimes you don't even need to do that because the psyche doesn't know the difference between real or imagined. Doesn't at all. And sometimes what actually happens is sometimes we're angry at ourselves, you know. Cut yourself some slack. Practice transmutation regularly can help you release negative emotions and cultivate positive ones, which can ultimately lead to healthier, more fulfilling relationships with yourself and others, you know. And practice that self-reflection. You know, alchemy is all about inner transformation. And the first step towards that is self-reflection. Take time to reflect on your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors. Notice the patterns and the triggers that might be holding you back in your relationships, because self-reflection, even in your conflicts, there's integrity. You know, it's all about your boundaries as well, because self-reflection is a process of looking inwards, examining your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, because it's an essential practice in alchemy, because it's the first step towards inner transformation. As I said, when you have inner transformation, you're outside, you don't have to do anything, it just changes, you know. So here's how to practice self-reflection. Make time, you know, every day, every single day, I meditate. I go walking in the woods. I go walking in all the elements. So it's hiking, most of it actually. You know, I set time each day. It's usually first thing in the morning. As soon as I get up, I'm away. I drive to where I go, you know, so that because where it is a beautiful location. I will drive there and I just, whatever's coming up for me, you know. You know, some people can just journal where they are, you know, and I identify if I've got any triggers, you know, and how I'll know is because I'll be thinking about situations. I'll be thinking about the people that are triggering me, the emotions in me, because even though I know alchemy, you know, I'm human, you know, and then I'll look at, right, what patterns coming up? What's my beliefs or my assumptions that underlie these emotions? And I'll ask myself questions. But the questions will be open-ended. And I've set up in my, and I'll be showing you this also in the spiritual, if this resonates with you and you decide to come on the Spiritual Alchemist program, which is down, but the link's down below this video, which is a really, really powerful program. I'll be showing you how you can trust yourself by setting up, you know, I know when my body says yes and no, you know, instantly, because I've set it all up. And I'll ask myself, how am I feeling right now? Where's my energy right now? You know, what's causing me to feel this way if I'm quite low? And practice non-judgment. And that's easier said than done, I have to say, you know, because as humans, we are judgmental. It's just how we are. But it's really important to approach self-reflection with a sense of just curiosity, you know. Don't beat yourself up. Don't judge yourself up for your thoughts or your emotions. Instead, try to understand them and learn from them. Set goals for growth. Use your insights from self-reflection to set goals for your personal growth. And if you notice You often react with anger in certain situations. You might set a goal to practice patience and compassion instead. And by practicing self-reflection, you really do gain insight into your own thoughts, your feelings and behaviors. And this insight can really help you make positive changes in your life, because it's as simple as saying, no, that's I don't want to go there. This is what I'm doing. Yeah. This is where my boundary is. This is where my relationship with others is. This is where my relationship with myself. I'm not acceptance of that. But there's no judgment around it. And find your gold within. Alchemists believe that there was a hidden treasure, or the philosopher's stone, within every substance, just like this gold within you, your unique strengths, your superpowers, as I call them, your talents, your values, focusing on these qualities within yourself and bring them into your relationship. Because in alchemy, the process of transmutation involves turning those base metals into gold, which in contexts and relationships is finding the gold within, refers to cultivating your unique strengths, your talents, your values, your superpowers that bring your best self to your relationships. And what you would accept and what you don't accept, your boundaries, And here's some ways to find the gold within. Identify your strengths. Take some time to reflect on your strengths. What are you naturally good at? What do you love doing? What do you appreciate about you? Yeah. Pursue your passions. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you're doing what you love, you're more likely to bring your best self into your relationships. Now, as I say, I love walking in the woods by the water. And when I go walking, there's nobody else about. I'll sing in the woods, I'll, do meditations, I'm bringing codes in, I'm bringing abundance in, I'm talking to the trees. And isn't it interesting? There's a tree that I go to, I don't know how many times, and sometimes I'll just transmit my energy, because it's a hike. Sometimes I'll get a sore back or calves, and I'll just breathe the energy out. And today, the tree that I went to, God knows how many times, there's money in the tree that I never noticed before. And I went, yeah, see, it's abundance everywhere. There's abundance everywhere. You just got to focus on it. Yeah. And also embrace your authenticity. Be true to yourself and your values. And when you're authentic, you attract people who appreciate you and of who you are. Practice self-care. Take care of your physical and emotional and your mental health. And when you're feeling, and your spiritual health as well. And when you're feeling your best, you're better equipped to show up fully in your relationships. And share your gifts. Offer your talents and your strengths to others. When you share your gifts, you create opportunities for deeper connections and more meaningful relationships. Finding the gold within is a powerful practice that can help you bring your best self into your relationships by cultivating those unique strengths, talents, and values and superpowers that we all have, that you can create more fulfilling relationships with others and also with life in general. And also remember, let go of those attachments, because alchemy teaches us to let go of the attachments. And I teach people on this program how to really, it's fine and well saying you're letting go of attachments, but really energetically letting go of the attachments to the physical world in order to achieve those manifestations, that spiritual enlightenment that you want, in context of relationships. This means letting go of the attachments of outcomes, of expectations. How many expectations do we have on people? Lots of us have those expectations, and usually that's where our issues come from, because we have these big expectations. Practice detachment and trust that the universe has a plan for you. Active listening is a communication technique that really involves fully engaging with the speaker, and not a lot of people have this. It is a powerful tool for building deeper connections and stronger relationships. And this is how you can practice active listening. You know, pay attention. It's first of all, I'm terrible sometimes, you know, especially with my partner, you know, saying something to me and I'm just not paying attention. You know, my mind's on something else. But really focus your attention on your speaker. Put aside those distractions, i.e. phones, tablets, computers, you know, TV, and give them your full attention. There's nothing better when someone gives you their full attention. And listen without judgment. You know, listen to whoever's speaking to you without interrupting or judging them. And allow them to express themselves fully without feeling judged or criticized. Show empathy. Try to understand the speaker's perspective and emotions, especially when you're in relationships. You know, put yourself in their shoes and imagine how they're feeling. And when I'm talking about relations, I'm not even just talking about your relationship with parents. I'm talking about relationships with your siblings, with your family, you know, with your friends. All relationships I'm talking about. And clarity and reflect. You know, repeat what the speaker said to your own words. And to ensure that you understand the message correctly. This also shows the speaker that you're actively engaged in the conversation. Respond thoughtfully. Respond to the speaker in a thoughtful way and show that you've listened to what they have said and that you value their perspective. By practicing active listening, you can improve your communication skills and help you build stronger relationships. When you show that you're truly listening and interested in what the other person has to say, you really do create a space for open and honest communication. And this can deepen your connection with others and foster greater trust and understanding, not even just with others, but with yourself. And being with yourself, trusting yourself is more important, because when you trust yourself, you learn to trust others. Yeah. I'm Varney, spiritual teacher, author, and podcaster. If you and CEO of Spiritual Awakening Academy, where we have masses of spiritual programs and spiritual, very, very low cost spiritual membership also as well. But if you would really like to look at your alchemic self and really go for, you know, if you want to learn alchemy the right way and bring it into your life and expand that consciousness, you know, from your abundant self, with step-by-step instructions, there's a link down below this video where I take a very intimate group of souls into their alchemical selves, turning their limitations into their manifestation, their creative abundant self. Speak to you later. Bye-bye.